GAH is a dungeon crawler roguelike ARPG structured around several somewhat bite-sized campaigns, each containing a singular end goal. These campaigns are entirely isolated from one another, forcing you to roll a new character upon completion. Within these roughly hour-long excursions, you'll do combat, lots of combat and only ever combat, using a variety of mechanics inspired by Diablo, Champions of Norath, Dark Alliance, you get the idea. You hit lots of dudes, pick up gear, compare it to your existing gear, and then go back to hitting lots of dudes. In this way, GAH successfully captures the satisfying simplicity of its forebears, but that's really all it does. You'll be wandering down endless procedurally generated pathways, keeping the attack key pressed, and occasionally kiting your foes to spread their ranks. I don't want to make it sound like the game design is inadequate, because the character abilities and upgrades aren't exactly trivial. There are good and right times to use everything at your disposal, as well as wrong times, and the moment-to-moment risk-reward considerations are, well, they're good enough, I guess. All too often, I would find myself absolutely zoning out as I was pelting and being pelted by hordes of monsters. My eyes would lazily flick between my health and theirs as various graphical effects filled the screen, and sooner than later, I just wanted out. Out of this dungeon, out of this purgatory. It's kind of fitting since the game takes place in purgatory, so, maybe there's some thematic punch there. Nearly every asset in the game is store-bought, but they're used effectively to convey the intended emotions and mechanical detail. You'll immediately recognize that the guys with the blue staves are the ones casting ice magic, even in a big pile of similarly shaded goons. It's possible, and probably incentivized, to specialize with your character build, and look, basically, I've played way worse indie action RPGs. If you're looking for a sort of desktop toy dungeon crawler thing to play in 1 hour bursts, GAH is definitely that. But it's also lacking in much distinctive charm or character. Sure, there are some goofy quips on the narrative end of things, but the core gameplay just feels tired.